Hi guys, it's Emily here, and happy Valentine's Day. I don't know when you guys are going to see this. Hopefully it's like a few days before. But yeah, I just wanted to wish you guys a happy Valentine's Day, and I hope you guys have an amazing day with whoever you're spending it with. And yeah, so I just came up with just like this look right here. It's just very soft and natural and glowy, which I love, and it was just so easy to do. And I use mostly drugstore products in here, so anyone can do this. It's so easy. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe. And click the little bell to be notified of new videos. Also, tell me in the comments down below what you guys are doing for Valentine's Day. If you're spending with someone, if you have plans, if you're going out to dinner, if you're watching a movie, all of that stuff. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys! Okay, so for primer, I used the Wet n Wild Photo Focus primer. I lost that clip, so I'm pretty sorry about that, but I already primed my face with this primer, and I really like it because it just like lasts all day long. So moving on to foundation, I'm using this foundation. I mixed like 3 different ones together. Today was like the Wet n Wild Photo Focus one in like 2 different shades, and then I used like a CoverGirl one. So I just kind of mix them in here, and I'm going to blend that in with my L'Oreal sponge. Okay, so now I'm just going to blend this all in. And like, I'm sorry about the lighting, it looks like a little bit yellow for some reason. It's like, I think it's like that light up there. Okay, so now that I'm done with foundation, I'm going to go ahead and use my Rimmel True Match Concealer in the shade Fair. I haven't used this in like a hot minute. I don't know why I stopped using it. Like, I just found it. It's almost... Okay, so I'm just going to blend this in with my L'Oreal sponge. And I like this concealer. It just doesn't give me like super high coverage, which I kind of don't like. Just because like I have like some dark circles underneath my eyes that I really like covering up. So I'm just going to blend that in. And I'm just going to set everything with a translucent powder. I'm using the Kokie one. I'll show you once I'm done putting it on. I like to set my under eyes like immediately after I put on my concealer because my under eyes tend to crease very fast no matter what concealer I use. So I like to set them quickly. HD powder by Kokie. It's their translucent one. And now I'm going to highlight the rest of my face with concealer. And I'm just going to blend this all in. And then I'm just going to set this with an e.l.f. powder brush in the same powder. I'm just going to take a little bit and just dust it. And I would recommend getting a powder that doesn't have that flashback. Just because on Valentine's Day, if you're taking like flash photography and stuff like that, you don't want flashback. You can also use like a colored powder or something. I just didn't use a colored powder because like this foundation is just a little bit too dark. So I didn't want to add like a color powder on top of it and make it look even darker. I'm going to go ahead and go on to contour. For contour today, I am not going to be bronzing because like I said, it was just like, this foundation is already a little bit too dark, so I'm not going to bronze. But I'm going to contour with the Hoola by Benefit. And I'm just going to take this on like this Real Techniques small contour brush. This is my favorite contour brush of all times because it's so small. And it just fits right into the hollows of my cheeks perfectly. And then taking whatever is left on the brush, I'm just going to brush it on my nose, not really like contouring it, just giving it some color so it looks a little tan like the rest of my face does. Okay, so now moving on to eyebrows. I'm just using this Milani dip brow, kind of. It's in the shade 1 Soft Brown. It's a little bit too light for me, so I'm going to go in with an eyeshadow over it. But I'm just going to fill them in off camera, and then I will be right back. And so once I'm done putting that pomade on, I just took the e.l.f. Matte for Matte palette, and I just took the same brush that I used with the pomade. It's just this e.l.f. angled brush. And I just took this shade and this shade, and I just mixed them together and just kind of put them on my eyebrows to make them a little bit more darker. So that's what I did. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back in with the same concealer, so the Rimmel concealer. And we're going to use that as like an eye primer for our eyelids. You can use an eyeshadow primer. I just like concealer because I feel like it just cancels out any like discoloration on my eyelids or anything. So that's why I like concealer a little bit more. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild All Natural palette in the shade Nude Awakening. And we're going to use this palette a little bit today for like all the pinks and stuff. But for right now I'm going to take this white shade right here and set my eyelids so that way the concealer doesn't crease. You could also use the Kokie translucent setting powder if you wanted to. I just use this to, again, just give me a little bit more coverage on my eyes. And I'm taking this e.l.f. blending brush just to set my eyelids. Okay, so for my eyeshadow today, I don't really know what I'm going to do, so I think I'm just going to take this pink shade right here from the LA Colors palette. I haven't used this in forever, I just like really love this pink shade in it. And then I'm going to take the Color Story Warm Nudes palette, and I'm also going to take this like brownish pink right here. And I'm going to take the e.l.f. Matte for Matte palette, and I'm going to take this light brown shade right here. And I think I'm just going to mix these all together. Just kind of dip my brush in all of them. And just put them in my, put that in my transition. As like, use it as my transition shade. Because I'm not really sure what look I'm going for. And I really want to do like a soft, subtle look. And I don't want to like have too many pinks. Because I don't want to feel like I'm wearing like the holiday on my face. But I definitely want to have some pinks in there and browns. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take this light pink shadow in the e.l.f. Matte for Matte palette. And I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid because it's a really nice like light pink. So I feel like it could be a good base for any like other colors like we put on top of it. And it's so subtle. And by like, I have like no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like messing with these colors because I had like a vision that I wanted to do. But every time I have a vision, it never works out. So I'm just messing around. So there it is on my eyes. You can't really probably see it very well. But I think what I'm going to do now is just like, I'm going to blend these together. I have like no product on this brush. I'm just going to blend them in a little bit more. And I think I'm just going to add a little bit more definition on like the outer corners to help like blend those together. I'm going to take these two in the Wet n Wild palette. I'm just going to mix, sorry about my nails, but I'm going to mix these two together and then add just a little bit of this color in this Smashbox palette. It's just like kind of a white beigey color. And this is just a Smashbox Cover Shot Soft Light eye palette. That is not as pigmented as I thought it was going to be. I lost like the brush that I usually use for my eyes, so maybe like that's why. Because I'm not a huge fan of this brush for my eyes, for my eyelids. So that's what that looks like. I'm just going to go back in with my blending brush and just blend it lightly. And to me, I like this. I feel like it's not too smoky. It's not too natural. You can you can always add like a little bit more like pink on the outer corner and stuff. But I think like I'm just gonna leave it like this. I kind of like really like it. So what I'm gonna do now is take this L'Oreal single shadow in the shade Madam, I don't know how to pronounce that, pink in the shade 206. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not focusing. But it's just like this very nice light pink. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this on the inner corners of my eyes. It's almost like a white, so, and it like really just like brightens up your eye, like if you can already see the difference. I'm just going to go back in with this blending brush and just kind of blend it out. I think it's a little bit too much. Okay, so now for my brow bone highlight, I'm just taking this LA Colors palette right here, and I'm going to take this white shade. I'm just going to put that underneath my eyebrow to give it just a little bit of a highlight. And I think I'm going to pop that on my inner corners as well. But first, I'm just going to lightly just dust it on there. And I'm just using this e.l.f. defining eye brush. Okay, so going back to the face, I'm using this IT Cosmetics blush. It's like their ombre blush in this shade Jenna Says Quo. I don't even know how to pronounce half these names. That's just what it is. And I'm just taking this on a Profusion angled brush. I think this blush is really pretty, but like for now I'm going just for like a kind of like a lighter look. So I'm just gonna put just the tiniest amount on there. And I like to work it back towards my hairline, just so it looks a little bit more natural, like you're like kind of blushing from within, and it's not like all focused like right here on the apples of your cheeks. I take whatever's left and then just kind of go on the apples of my cheeks and just really blend it. And then for highlighter today, I'm going in with the BYS palette again. And I usually probably wouldn't go with highlight just because like I'm already kind of glowing a little bit from like my foundation. But I'm going to add just a little bit, and I'm taking this Sephora Pro highlight brush. It's the number 98. And I'm just going to mix these two together, but I'm going to take like the tiniest amount because this palette is very, very pigmented. As you can see, I barely tap my brush in, just like right there. Okay, so now moving on to mascara, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Max Fanatic Cat Eye Mascara. I just discovered this like 2 weeks ago, and I've been using it ever since. I love this mascara so much. It makes my eyelashes so long and like so separated, which I love. I don't like to wear clumpy like mascara. And I'm just going to curl my lashes with the Revlon eyelash curler. This is the Baby Lips lip gloss, and it's just like this light pink here.